I told her ride it like a rental, it's just a rental. I'm not with all the sentimentals, just keep it simple.
Okay, so today, my old stock 18-inch wheels, the premium pony package wheels or whatever, I don't like them personally, but you know what they would look great on? An older style Mustang with only 16-inch wheels. So we got Lee's car in front of us. It is a 2007, as you guys have seen. We're putting these, even just them cleaned up a little bit, they already look better. That's some Bondo on it, but besides that, they have this kind of like worm looking like thing that's eroding the metal. It doesn't look terrible, but we're gonna sand it down, and it actually doesn't affect the shape of the actual wheel. When you look at the wheel, even with it, it still has its original shape, and you can't really feel the little bit of erosion that is there. So we're gonna sand this entire thing, scuff it down. I know as real paint, people say rattle cans are never gonna actually be considered painting. It doesn't really paint. And you're supposed to do this with like a proper spray setup, but we rattle canned a lot of parts on this car, and it is his beater. He doesn't really necessarily care about it. So if you look right here, we did this ourselves. We did this in this exact garage with some spray cans, and it came out pretty good. As long as you did a solid overcoat on it, it'll look pristine. So for what we're gonna do on this, he doesn't like them silver. Also, that worm stuff looks terrible, or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what it is. We're gonna scuff the entire thing over, then paint it. In the meantime, before we get rid of these tires, we already sent 2 of these. We're sending 2 more of these tires real quick, and we're gonna do some burnouts. Hopefully in his car. If we can't do it in his car, we'll pop them in my car instead, and then give it a little burn skis. But yeah, right now we're pumping up the car, switching tires, and we'll hit the road. Yeah. Okay, so this is his old tire. It was a 16-inch. These come off like American Muscle CJ Pony Parks. They have all season. They still do have some tread on them. The back's not so much, but the front still has tread, as you can see. These are what my pony package, all 100% one-piece Atlas wheels look like. The fitment looks really good. It sits pretty flush with his car. He does have a spacer on, so if he were to take off the spacer, he would get a little bit more of a tucked look with it, but it still looks good in my opinion, even with the spacer. But yeah, also the fronts, we've already test fit on this shit. It's a square setup. His is a square setup as it is. So the fitment's a little weak on the front right now with this tire, but it would be a lot better with the other tire. And the rears were already sitting pretty flush, but when you see the body line goes down, that tire has just a little bit of meaty edge to it. And it's only the tire that sticks out, not actually the wheel. If you look at the wheel, it's indented to about where the indent of the actual tire is. I'll show you guys in a sec. So like I was saying, the wheel is at the same platform. If you look at it, right there, the wheels are the same platform as the body line of the car. Now the only thing sticking out is the edge of this tire. So if he was to get a smaller edge or smaller sidewall tire, it'd actually tuck a lot more, and you wouldn't see that little bit of a meaty sports car look. So I'm about to check this real quick. Okay, so we got Lee's car from a guy who did some modifications, like a cold air intake, as well as some upgraded features. But one thing I didn't realize Lee's car had was a strut brace. I've looked at these online, and I'm pretty sure all S197s are universal, so I might be taking these. I can't find one, so I've had 3 different people I've messaged online. All the ones to get shipped to your house are completely sold out on American Muscle and CJ Pony Parts. I cannot find a strut tire brace, a rear strut tire brace, or a front one, so I might be trying to fit this on my car later in the episode as well. But right now, already check out the fitment. It looks a lot better on those wheels, and we're gonna go down to a private lot, so YouTube, don't demonetize me for putting up any sort of burnout or any sort of driving. We're gonna be on a private facility in a controlled area. So okay, so we were just about off to Cahoon, and I trusted Lee. Lee had one job. Lee's job was to tighten down the lug nuts. He forgot to do the lug nuts, so a wheel came off, and he's banging back there. I took his skateboard. I'm about to go and grab my jack, so we put the car back on. The wheel just fell off. We didn't drive for far or long, so the lugs all look good. And if not, we can always just take off the spacers, and the lug nut will be good on there. So I'm gonna grab materials, and I'll BRB. Now, I try to do my best to fully document everything that happens when owning a sports car or having a modded car and being a part of the car life in general. I try to do everything that I can to give you the real. Like, if I just showed you the highlights, you guys wouldn't know how to behave or how to interact with something in case something does go wrong. Or not everything when modifying cars go right. So if you just look at this, well, you can see that's fucked up. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be. Not gonna lie, the one thing you're not supposed to do when tightening your wheels again is to forget to retorque them, and he forgot to retorque them down to spec. We lightly torqued them, hand twisted them, and they fell off, and we heard a grinding noise. It didn't damage the wheel. It didn't bend the lugs. It didn't bend anything of the actual brake caliper. It's resting on the inside of this wheel. So we're gonna lift it up, then re-put on the wheel and torque it back down again. At which point we'll see if any of it's fucked up. Okay, so right now what we're currently doing, we have the old wheels back on the car, and right now we're just scuffing the best we can all over the wheel so that whenever we do go to paint, that it has something to grip onto the metal and it's not a completely shined surface. If you try to paint on it, it's gonna have a really hard time to stick and it won't have anything to grip hold of. So as long as you just lightly scuff up the surface that you're sanding, it's gonna come out better. Realize none of these are surface scratches. If you feel it, it's completely smooth. I don't know if there's a way to represent this. They're just surface. They're very light. It doesn't actually, it's not like indented. So we're just scuffing up the surface real quick on this clear coat real quick, just to make sure that we can actually spray this whole thing. Okay, so I know all of you paint and all of you people are gonna be like, oh, this isn't the way you do it. It's not proper, blah, 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 blah. But if you prep and you spray evenly, side to side, from a far distance, stay consistent, you can get paint jobs that look very good with just a rattle can. So this is the wheel before. There's like this weird effect across it. There's like some parts where it's like peeling up in parts, but like it's like this weird warped kind of effect on the wheel. It looks terrible. You can see it on all around the spokes. I don't know why it happened or what the fuck is the cause of it, but look at this wheel. This is that same wheel on one coat alone of spray paint. Honestly, you paint people could even correct me. This is only one layer. I haven't even fully finished it out yet. And look at the barrel alone. The barrel alone is smooth all the way down. There's no imperfections. Yes, on the inside of this barrel right there's a little bit of imperfection, but I'm not even done spraying. Like, I haven't even sprayed right there. You can still see the metal. So for one coat alone, look how much better this wheel looks than that. I mean, look at that. Look at that. This is a rougher spray. You can already tell where it's going though. And then he's sanding down that one right now, and as soon as that one's ready to go, we're gonna get it to spray up as well. But telling you guys, rattle cans alone can do it for you. You just gotta be careful and meticulous with your job, that's all. For example, we did this entire thing. This is a rattle can spray paint job. It was sun bleach, it was terrible. I can show you a little clip of before and after of this as well. But it looked horrendous. It's held up completely, and this is spray paint job with a little satin clear coat over it. We're also going to clear these with a satin as well, but oh my god, it already looks 10,000 times better. I could actually like rock these on my car as a spare, and I wouldn't be disappointed. It looks that good. Anyways, guys, I'll catch with you as soon as we get a little bit more coats in, or if I get a cool time lapse anywhere, I'll let you guys know. In the meantime, I'm just gonna get to painting. I can't really touch my phone because I have literally paint all over my hands, but it's part of the job. So I showed you guys what it looked like beforehand. Now this is paint currently drying, so ignore that one. This one is with a satin finish coat over 2 layers of spray paint. It honestly looks like a professional paint job. I'm confused why people hate on spray paint as much as they do, because realistically, as long as you do even coats and you're meticulous with it and you do a nice clear coat finish over it, it looks like a really nice painted wheel. You don't get a depth or the pearl that you get, but as long as you do the satin, anything you have is going to not really show up if there's any little imperfections or nicks in it. I mean, you can just tell by the finish of this wheel alone. It looks a lot better than when I first showed you. I was going to go pan to another one, but all the other ones are currently waiting to get dried and painted. So I'm going to do one more layer of clear coat on this. This only has 1 layer of clear coat. This has none. So I'm going to finish up little detail spots on this one. Clear coat that one, and we should be good to go. Also, what we've been doing is Lee didn't like the silver badge on the back, so we completely blacked that out. The paint quality on that is incredible, as you guys can tell, and he's currently mocking up the front part of it. The last only silver part of his car is that little running horse, and he's gonna patch that up too. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys when we get all of this done. Okay, so we just took off, and I know his car isn't clean, but look at the paint job of this emblem. It's totally pristine. Coating's 100%. It looks perfect. It looks like you professionally got that painted. So that's already done clear coat. I'm waiting for the clear coat on all of these to dry. I've already clear coated every single one of them. This is the only one that's had 2 clear coats. These have only had 1. So I'm going to go back and clear coat this for a second time, that for a second time, that one for the last time. And then we're all good to go here. We've done everything. I think it looks incredible. And I think the finish of this wheel is pristine. I'm so happy with how it came out. It matches the little accents we did. The what is it called? Gas cap. We also did these. And I mean, everything on the car where there isn't any sort of like, oh, even on the side piece right down here. This is satin black down there. So it really puts the car together. And honestly, chrome just looks so tacky. I think a metal badge like that looks terrible. Ignore the scuffness of this. The paint's gonna look good, so trust me. Okay, I'm gonna go get this done, and then I'll flash with you guys as soon as we have all those done. We'll pull them out in the sun, and you guys can get a good look at them. I'm gonna take a couple more photos of my car down by the river, but as you can see, we blacked out the rear. We have the wheels loaded up. He's gonna wait to actually get some tires on those wheels before running them on, besides these old ones. And then we made sure the emblem in the front is all black. It looks good. And that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go through a car wash. We're gonna take a couple photos and relax. I'm gonna load up the other tire in my car and then make it way over to his house. But besides that, I'm excited with the progress. I'm excited to see these stealth out wheels on this car. Who knows, if he ends up wrapping his satin black similar to my wrap, it might look real clean and all be blended in together with the satin little touches that we're doing right now. So I'm excited to see what this thing looks like, and then I'll catch you guys when we're down by the river. You guys already know what's up. Going through a Tosh's car wash before I go take some photos. I have a tire in my rear, which I'm going to drop off at Lee's house. That way, whenever he does get some tires for those rims, he can put them on. Besides that, I'll show you guys when I'm taking some photos or what the photos look like. I might pop up a couple on the screen. If you guys would like to know how I take photos and how I do my videos, let me know down below if you guys are interested in that kind of behind the scenes kind of stuff. I could make a video on how I take all my Instagram photos and how I take all my videos, but yeah, let me know. Hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, man, I'm so happy with where this car I've gotten into, and I'm so happy with the look of it. It looks so aggressive, and with the city behind it, goddamn, it's just a remembrance of when I first came here, the very first time when I got my car, and I took some of my very first photos were right here, with like a fucked up hood and all that, and just to see my car now, just looks just such a cool remembrance. And I don't know, I just want to end it with appreciation. I ended one with my last video, but I guess just for some reason when the sun's out, you just want to appreciate what you got. So yeah, anyways, this is me signing out. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. Bye.